If you want to see what a vehicle is truly about, scratch beneath the surface, understand its kinks, and see what makes it tick, there's really only one proper way to do it. Get your motor running and head out on the highway. So when the opportunity to explore the length and breadth of Odisha, and that too by road, landed at our doorstep, we grabbed the key fob to Kia's new Sonet and set off, looking for adventure and whatever comes our way. One of the reasons was apparent from the get-go. The Sonet is a highway star. That 1.5-litre CRDI VGT diesel engine is a bit of a firecracker. Set it up in sport mode and hold on tight, because it just takes off. And that slick 6-speed automatic transmission shuffles through the gears without you even noticing. It's butter smooth. And what an amazing place to drive into. Smooth, mostly empty, winding roads leading to our first destination, Gopalpur Beach. Now, while I may not be the quintessential beach baby or whatever those Instagram models call themselves, I do enjoy the hypnotic crashing of the waves and peaceful quiet of an empty beach, especially one as clean and as beautiful as Gopalpur. Seriously, this place was perfection because we only had some local fisherfolk and a whole lot of crabs for company, and that was a good time. Having had our fill of the first port of call on this trip, it was time to dig a little deeper into the Sonet. The real temperature is like 32 degrees, but it feels like 40 degrees. So in that heat, you need some relief, and this is relief in a bottle. Like, you just push it, and when you have all three blue lights, that means the air vents in the back of your seat are pushing out nice chilled air from the AC straight to you, and it's like you're just chilling, man.
What are all these functions on the steering?
Okay, so volume for the music, changing the tracks, you can select your mode of like what you're listening from, whether it's Bluetooth or aux or USB or whatever. Voice control, so you can push this button and talk to the car if you want to tell it something. Navigation, etc. So this is cruise control. This is to set your speed for your cruise control and to fix it in place. And this is to cancel cruise control, and this is to go through the modes for all the information the car gives you. There's this filter in the car, and it gives you a reading of the air quality, which is 11 right now, which is very good. It's in green. So, and if your car is the quality of the air in your car isn't clean, it'll let you know. GT line is basically the trim level of the Sonet, and GT stands for Grand Tour or Grand Tourer. And that means that this car is ready to go distances, really long distances. It's got the 1.5-litre diesel engine, it's got the 6-speed gearbox, automatic, to make life much easier on these trips. And so in short, yeah, it's all about the road trip. It's the ultimate, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. And in my estimation, my interpretation so far from this drive is that GT stands for good times too, because that's how it's been in this car. So yeah, GT, man, it's good stuff.
So where are we right now?
We are right now at Gopalpur. We're heading to Berhampur. We're going to meet some viewers there, and then we're going to go to Koraput, where we're going to meet some tribes there. So we're doing a lot of cultural stuff today. And so we set off to do all that cultural stuff, as I so eloquently labeled it. First, we met up with a couple of weavers at Berhampur and saw firsthand why Odisha is so well known for its artisan woven clothing, and then headed straight to Koraput to see just how they make the many hued threads that were used in the crafting of the fabric they were weaving. While in Koraput, we also visited the home of a musical instrument maker and watched him work on some traditional percussion instruments. Probably the most intriguing craftsman we met that day though was a gentleman who made these figurines.
खेती में धान होता है, हमारे यहाँ ज़्यादा खेती होता है धान का। धान में हम लोग रस्सी बाम्बू से लेके इसको श्री गणेश जी का हम लोग बनाए हैं। ये हमारा उड़ीसा का श्री जगन्नाथ होते हैं, पूरी धाम जो एक धाम से, ये जगन्नाथ जी की पिक्चर है।
इसको क्या है, कलर के धागे में बांधा जाता है, इसको कलर लगाया नहीं जाता है, नेचुरल कलर है। इसको आप इसलिए धो भी सकते हैं, और इसमें गोंद या फेविकोल वगैरह कुछ नहीं, एक एक धान टिच करके यहाँ किया हुआ है।
So for those who are confused about what the material used here, according to this book, it's paddy husk, and alongside the paddy husk they weave it along on a thread to make these garland type things, which are then weaved into the whole like shape or design that they're going for. So it's a very interesting and very intricate kind of work. More highway action after we were done with the crash course in Odisha culture as we made our way to Daringbadi. Daringbadi is a hill station, and if there were ever such a thing as a hill station, baby, that would be me. I love how clear the air is, how much greenery you can typically see, and of course, the splendid winding roads that lead up to a hill station. And Daringbadi did not disappoint. And when it came time to explore the hill station, the Sonic didn't either. From broken tarmac to muddy pine forests, the generous ground clearance and the adjustable traction modes meant it was all smooth going. We also checked out the Midubanda waterfall as part of our Daringbadi exploration before heading off for some coffee. Well, kind of. We're outside Daringbadi. We're at a coffee plantation, which means this is where that magic, awesome, gorgeous brew comes from that wakes me up in the morning. So these are the coffee beans. This is what they look like raw, the green ones. The red ones are more prepared and almost ready for plucking. Once you pluck them, you wash them, you dry them, you clean them, you process them, then you grind them, then you filter them, and then you drink them. So of all the places today, obviously I'm the most excited to be here because coffee, obsession. But before this also we saw some pretty cool stuff. First we went to a pine forest, where this is one of the few places in the region where you will find pine trees because they need to have a certain temperature to grow and flourish. And then we went to see a waterfall, which is also very close by. It's not the largest waterfall in terms of the overall length, but it had a bit of girth and it had a nice flow to it, so it was crashing down and there was a little lake below and we could walk right up to it and even see the origin point of the waterfall. So that was pretty cool too. And yeah, now we're here, and after we're done here, we're gonna head back. And on that overly enthusiastic about coffee note, the first leg of our Odisha exploration draws to a close. The southern part of the state has been stunning. Let's hope the rest of it is just as gorgeous. Keep your eye out for leg 2 of this road trip and drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.